Okay, welcome to my discussion post 12. This is my, image design analyzation post. Today we'll be looking at a sentimental image. It's very sentimental for me, as this was the best day in sports history, personally. And for most Cavalier fans, in fact, the Cavaliers social media and commercial team posted this photo as an advertisement saying they're bringing back greatness, trying to kind of bring back the fans and, focus on the next season. So, this is the picture that I'm talking about. So, seen here is Kyrie Irving hugging LeBron James. They in this picture, just won the first ever basketball championship for the city of Cleveland. Huge deal for the city, huge deal for these two players who biasly happen to be my two favorite basketball players ever. However, this is the image that I will be discussing. So, first off, what is my visceral reaction? So my reaction, obviously, was my gut feeling is, pure happy love, greatness, just honestly an all kind of gut feeling, put me in awe, kind of takes my breath away. Every time I look at it, I can't help but smile because I watched this game live, and to this day, it is the happiest and most excited I've ever been watching sports in the history of my childhood and probably forever. So that's my reaction to this. Is it appealing or unappealing? First, I'll answer that kind of biasly. It's very appealing to me, obviously, because the second I look at it, I feel the raw emotion that you're seeing. I watched it live. They're my favorite players, so definitely hits home for me. However, unbiasedly, I still think it's appealing. It's got a lot of pathos in it. It's a very heartstring, kind of pulling image. When you look at it, you can tell there's emotion. You can see that Kyrie's crying kind of on LeBron's shoulders. His arms are around him. Just a very well-placed photo as far as pulling heartstrings and kind of allowing you to see the raw emotion of how proud they are of themselves and each other and happy to bring the city of Cleveland a championship. The audience they are trying to reach is not only just Cavalier fans, but NBA fans in general, basketball fans in general, just really trying to, boost their viewing attendance on TV for the next season. They want people to watch their games. They want to boost ticket sales, all those sorts of things, just to kind of draw attention on the Cavs. This is kind of an infamous picture of two very influential basketball players kind of beating the odds. The finals is a game of 7 games. They were down 3-1 and came back and won the whole thing. So it's a very kind of infamous series and an infamous picture that shows the raw emotion of winning and, the proudness of the moment. I would say there's something they could change depending on, what they were going for, but I think they were going for, the audience of basketball fans in general, and I think if they wanted to, expand and get a broader, audience and a broader grab to this photo, I think that a photo, if it wasn't the same photo, at least just zoom out on the photo, get the whole arena, and kind of see the entire environment. I put an example of a picture that kind of has a more aerial view that shows around you. This photo was taken the day after. They had a big parade in the city of Cleveland, and you can see that this is not just a big deal for basketball fans. This is a big deal for the entire city and community. It's really crazy what a sports wing can do to a city and bring everybody together. So maybe if I could change one thing about the picture, maybe zoom out a little bit, show the environment, the confetti, the people, the other players crying, kind of just, show a bigger, spread of community in that picture. Two concepts that I found from the readings that apply directly to my example were, first of all, the SALT principles I felt specifically, applied to this example. And I picked two principles, proximity and closure, that I feel like really, kind of are implied in this photo. Proximity, they placed two iconic basketball players together. They're hugging, they're crying, very, very, intimate photo. They put them as close together as possible, kind of shows you the relationship they have and the relationship with basketball that, it really means that much. Closure, if you are a Cleveland sports fan, this is a closure photo. We've been waiting for this for a long, long time. It finally happened. So going into next season, they reminded us, hey, we got the job done. We got closure. We finally got our rings. let's focus on this next season and let's bring another one to the city of Cleveland. The other thing from the readings that I felt applied to this example was the visceral reactions. This photo is a very, like I said, it pulls at your heartstrings. It's a gut-smacking photo. As soon as you look at it, you can see the emotion in it. You can see, how proud these players were of themselves, each other, and proud to represent the city and get the first championship ever. Thank you.